It had been just 3 days since her husband's funeral, and already 4 different men had knocked on her door, each bringing a fresh wave of torment. Her husband had passed, leaving her nothing but debts and 2 sons. The debts had to be paid. The creditors trooped in, not to sympathize but to discuss repayment plans. George was exceptionally hard on her. He had threatened to take her sons away if she failed to repay after 48 hours. Money lending apps did not spare her either. The loans from Whole Cash, Fair Money and His Money were all due for repayment. Her phone barely stopped ringing. She has got over 100 calls every day, each one a reminder of her hopelessness. Only today are the calls reduced by 1, replaced by a single call from her cousin, who came by to offer condolences and brought with her a small jar of oil. She had stayed awake all night, unable to think straight. Again and again, she crept into her son's room just to watch them sleep, to make sure they were still there. When she finally left their room, she picked up her veil and dashed out of the house. It was still dawn. She preferred the quiet hours before sunrise, when no curious eyes could see her tears. She stopped at the door of her pastor's house. Surely he could do something. After all, her husband had served faithfully in his ministry as a junior pastor, giving everything he had to the work. "Pastor, I know it's early, but please, I need your help. My world is crashing. Help me," she pleaded, falling at his feet. "What do you want, Mrs. Franklin?" he asked gently. "We are drowning in debt," she sobbed. "The only thing my husband left us is debt, and now his creditors. They have threatened to take our children away." "What do you have?" the man of God asked. "Pastor, I don't have money. I have nothing," she wept. "You must have something," he pressed softly. "Anything at all," she paused, thinking as hard as she could. "Yes," she finally said. "A jar of oil, but..." "That's all you need," the pastor said firmly. Then he gave her instructions. With that small jar of oil, a divine direction, her faith and her obedience, a hopeless debtor became the most successful businesswoman in town, all within 24 hours. All she had to do was to borrow jars, as many as she could find. She borrowed jars until she had none to borrow, and she kept pouring the oil. The oil kept going until there was no single jar left. And here is the message from this story. No matter how hopeless the situation seems, no matter how difficult life seems, there is always something left, something to hold on to, no matter how little. So don't say to yourself, you have nothing. There is something on your inside. That little gift, skill, talent, opportunity, that little faith might just be all you need to break through. If you've been blessed by this story, kindly like, share, leave a comment below, and subscribe. Thank you.